Oh, that was our last day.
All right.
Wow, I feel super underprepared for this.
That's life.
Once again, Falcone and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande Instance.
Are you feeling nervous, Falcone?
Yeah, I'd say we're nervous.
Yep.
Of course I'm nervous. What do we learn about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing.
Easy there, Falcone. We can do this. Senor Falcone, I trust everything is in order.
Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial.
Such confidence, that's magnificent to see. And bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants.
Oh, you Caesar Yammer. Doors open.
Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcone. We will. Are we ready?
We're ready. Are we? I don't feel like we are.
JJ.
Ugh, Severine.
Nervous?
Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous.
Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcone.
Terrible. Can't even maintain a stoic facade. Well, this trial would be a perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But this is how you act before the trial has even started.
Why, you pompous tailed posture. Perfect. Oh, new judge. Do you want to be the judge this time? Since
Sure.
I accidentally got myself into being both the prosecution and
Order, order, let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Falcone,
Yeah, what up?
is it just me or does the primary judge look hairier today?
That's a different judge to the one who presided over Dame Caroline's trial, you doofus.
Oh, still, it's a little strange, isn't it?
I guess it's a little, I suppose.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs.
Oh, I see.
But rest assured, assesseurs, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway.
What was that word?
Adieu.
What was that word?
This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call.
Defense is present, ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution's ready, Your Honor.
Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy.
Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
He's just messing with your head, Falcone. Keep it together. So we're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand.
Very well. Call a police officer investigated the crime scene. Call him Inspector Just Fularity.
Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please recite your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Inspector Just Volerty. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats.
That'll do, Inspector. We all heard your monologue before.
Whoa, Cocorico really is going for a speed record, isn't he?
Now can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January?
Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grande Galerie by one of the King's royal guards. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell, taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand, and then promptly dropping dead.
And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse?
The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death.
Putting the pieces together does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions.
Yeah, damn. Let's hope the coroner's report would determine Di died from a free card attack or something.
That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony.
Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor wished to cross-examine the witness.
Falcone, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand.
I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure every base is properly covered.
This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it, for now. Go on, Falcone, do your cross-examination.
All right, let's take a look. 10 o'clock. Major Howell poisoning. And around 24 citizens. Okay, so there's a couple of angles we could go at here. 24 citizens. It could have been someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Poisoning. Do we know it was poison on the... Like, what... I kind of want to know more about what the poison...
I feel like the poisoning is the things... Do we know the rose was the poison?
Inspector, you say the coroner determined with certainty Major Howell was killed by poison?
Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural.
How? That's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
How exactly was Major Howell poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism?
His finger was pricked by the poisoned rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this.
Is there any possibility he was poisoned by something else?
What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick a finger and die. What are you suggesting? The prick finger had no relation to the poisoning? What we're saying?
Yeah, it is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Howell was poisoned, but I do doubt the rose was the cause.
Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon failed to draw the blatant link here. JJ is something to just sitting here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect. I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense you found traces of poison on the thorn of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism.
Actually, I can't tell him that.
I dread to ask, but why not?
We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident.
Well, then now would be a good time to make a test. It's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. No poison on the rose, Prince Wald lives, and he is free to go. The rose is poisoned, the prince dies. That's okay, because punishment was just infitting of the crime.
A marvelous suggestion.
Yo, wait, what? Is this a witch trial? This is an American Severin? That's not how we do things here.
Calm your feathers, JJ. Clearly a joke. There are more humane ways of testing for poison, but I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence.
Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all.
And why is that?
Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes.
Such unprofessionalism.
We have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, and this whole trial to be called into question.
Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, can still deduce with absolute certainty the rose was poisoned. In other words, nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning.
Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison, something the investigative police blindly overlooked.
The Choco.
Look at this.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
Wrapped to a piece of chocolate. Found in the Louvre de Salle de Tibre to be precise in its date and consumption to the day of the incident.
You're not suggesting?
That Major Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I almost certainly am.
Intriguing.
See this wrapper at the crime scene yourself, Inspector?
The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid.
In other words, you overlooked it. Astounding unprofessionalism.
The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a great, disgraceful display. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damned job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish, I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs.
let me get this straight. Chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene.
Yeah, that's correct.
Do you believe it was consumed on the day of the incident?
I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who's willing to testify if need be.
You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falco? Oh, I see.
But do you know for certain Major Howell consumed this chocolate?
Well, that is a fact we are still investigating.
I see. Do you have any evidence the chocolate was fact poison?
Again, something may require a little more time to definitively prove.
So in actuality, you now have evidence that Major Howell consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish you picked straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I'd like to summon. This man claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley.
Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath?
Hello. Hello. All right, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred, without fear, to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is Toussaint Kingsley. I'm a person who fishes. A person who fishes? Is there a fisherman? Oh, was that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen.
Well, you are carrying a fishing rod.
And? Can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel, and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor's carrying a riding crop. Clearly you must be a horse jockey. Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. You can list your occupation as person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you.
Actually, why are you carrying a riding crop, Severin? Never seen you ride a horse.
I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane?
This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions?
Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, it's true you were nearby at the Louvre at the time of the incident. Yes, I was sitting upon a railing of the Pont d'Art. Pont d'Art? The new bridge just stone throw away from the Louvre south entrance, correct? That's right. What were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing.
Kingfishers, am I right, Falcone?
Don't be racist.
You see, you have plenty of opportunity to see the people entered and exited the place. Palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, Louvre's a busy place. I actually saw a lot of people. At 9 a.m., I saw the King Louis Philippe himself enter the building, surrounded by his entourage, of course. At around 9:30 a.m., I saw the shifty-looking fox looking around the entrance.
Your Honor, I do object to the witness's use of the term shifty-looking. It is a vague and biased description.
No, really, he looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. Then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of the rose, you say? As if you were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Well, Monsieur, I couldn't really speculate. Of course, wrong to me ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting something on sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. Defense claims the rose was never poisoned, yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes.
I smell perjury.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm doing it now. You do?
No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all.
I think you might be right. I wonder if I have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. You know what? I'd like to cross-examine the witness.
Really? This nonsense again? You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question?
Just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor.
Oh, fine. Do your thing. Go on, Falcone. Go make a fool out of yourself.
So, the immediate thing here is that
the prince was not by the bridge.
Yeah. Shifty-looking fox. Look here. So do we look at shifty-looking fox or the Pont d'Art?
I think we look at the location, because it's the location we want to throw into question.
Monsieur Kingsley, you say you were sitting upon the railings of the Pont d'Art on the morning of the incident?
Yep.
What entrances can you see?
Monsieur Kingsley, you had a good view of the Louvre South entrance, didn't you?
Yep, the Pont d'Art is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery of South Side.
And what about the other entrances?
Like if you're entering for the Tuileries Gardens or the Palace or the Place de Carousel? I could possibly see those areas from the bridge. But of course, that isn't relevant. Once your kingly witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with the flower in hand, that's what counts.
What if Prince Juan used another entrance?
Yeah, what if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from
Tuileries Gardens.
the Tuileries Gardens to the west?
That's a big what if. You have any evidence Prince Juan entered from the Louvre for the Tuileries Gardens?
Matter of fact, yes, I do. I have definitive proof Prince Juan approached from the west, not the south.
Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur. Doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show us this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered for the Louvre for the Tuileries Gardens.
And again, I want it known that this feels planted, but we're doing our job, right? That's what I tell myself. That's how I get to sleep at night. Just doing my job. Just doing my job. And would you look at this?
A book page.
That would actually be page 44 of Don Quixote specifically, found just outside of the Louvre's west entrance.
This proves nothing.
I'm not done yet. Take a look at this.
Don Quixote.
This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. That is the first thing I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in the Tuileries Garden prior to entering the Louvre. This also means that in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance, not the south. Not possibly been seen by Monsieur Kingsley from the Pont d'Arts.
What? I know what I saw, monsieur. Fine theory, Falcone. Maybe the defendant took the wrong way around. One can still travel from the Tuileries to the Louvre south entrance by walking along the river.
Yeah, for an extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy the pre-murder scenery, let's not say silly things, Cocorio.
Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation.
Now you're the one who's blindly speculating.
It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis.
You'll find logic, aren't you, too, Cocorio? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that opposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? 1. The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre south entrance, or 2. Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance it would be discovered and then took the long way around.
How dare you? The nerve to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts.
I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes.
Monsieur Falcone, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering?
Ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction.
What? No, everything I said is the truth, man.
I suspect the witness isn't even a fisherman.
I'm not a fisherman.
See, he admits it himself.
That's not what I meant.
What a twist.
You gained a little favor with the jury.
Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcone in his place, don't you?
I must concede.
You concede.
On this point, at least, Falcone's evidence strongly suggests the key component of Monsieur Kingsley's testimony is false. What? No! Doesn't mean Prince Juan himself is innocent, of course. All Falcone has demonstrated, this particular witness is unreliable. But I said something, I really did. Maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up, but I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder.
Why didn't you just say that, for fuck's sake? Save us all a moment, huh? A swan, huh?
Do shut up, witness. Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say? Your Honor, Judge Romulus, we're out of time. We're 10 minutes overdue to start on the Hare v. Tortoise trial. It's that late already. Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial session.
It's a shame. Ultimately accurate sentencing is always preferable to a speedy sentencing.
Yes, all right. I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damned job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already.
I will do my best to ensure the justice is served, Your Honor.
And that's where we'll have to cut it for the day.
All right.
Can we save? Can we save? Do we have a menu on this? Yeah, no doubt about that. I guess we can't just save in the middle of this.
Okay.
So,
But, yeah, let's roll then.
yeah,
But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingsley, lie on the witness stand?
it is possible he was coerced or bribed.
That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan.
Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage, but to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial.
The judge.
Judge Romulus, he's acting without a shred of professionalism. Obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth, but why?
Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty.
I'm not so sure. There must be something else at work here.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, Monsieur Falcon.
Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for
A
you.
letter for me. I wonder why I wasn't sent to my office.
Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert? Oh, hush, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback. So what's the letter say, Falcon?
It is a threat made with a cutout newspaper letters.
Wow, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon, stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary.
There is no question this letter originated from Major Howell's moiter. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth.
Sounds about right, but why would a person write with cutout newspaper letters like this?
Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Though I can't help but wonder if they would bother since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to.
We're still going ahead with our investigation, though, right?
Abso-fucking-lutely. If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, it's only 3 days before the next trial session. We can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right. Let's make those days count.
What, we got like 3 more days or something, right?
I believe so.
To try to crack this case? Okay. So, we can go back. What do we have now in our... Can we not look at our inventory here?
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, we know we can get a lead by going to R&M.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll have 1 day each to try one last time at the Chocolate Emporium. And maybe the, Palais du Louvre.
I have a good idea of who to guess at the Chocolate Emporium when we get to it. But let's
Okay.
do R&M first.
Because we know we can get something here.
Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy.
Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself.
He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means. Oh, yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them.
These are, used train ticket stubs. Looks like 2 people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy?
Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See the names.
Gautier Singh and Nicole Singh. Recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are.
Neither do I really. Monsieur, Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did.
Strange, I'm not exactly sure these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll take a hold of them just in case. Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing Courier.
Good call.
Take a look. 2 ticket stubs for a train bound to Vienna. Seats are booked for Gautier and Nicole Singh. What is the name of the swan lady? That's Catherine Marie. Okay. So probably her parents?
I suppose so.
All right,
Wait,
and who's your guess of who you...
Nathan.
Oh my god. So who was your guess for the chocolate?
Signe.
Did we try her last time?
Did we? Maybe we already did.
Kingsley, we also might want to check. Did we check? I feel like we did.
I thought that we had checked,
Because we checked 3.
yeah, we had checked the fox.
Okay.
We had checked, the guard himself.
Yep.
And one other person.
Okay.
And I don't remember who that one other person was.
Well, whatever. Well, as long as we have a plan going in there, I'm cool with it. So let's check Kingsley. I think would be one, since he was admittedly in the area. I don't know why he would have the opportunity to lie about it, but like it's worth seeing. And then we got one other we can check. Who do we want to check if all that fails?
I don't know.
We checked Mousy, right?
Oh, the other thing I'm wondering, we checked Prince Juan. We didn't check the guy's real identity that's on the next page. Oh, no, it's not. I mistook.
Yeah, his real identity's not
Okay,
there.
his real identity's not here.
Did we check Mousy?
Yes, that was the third one we checked.
Okay.
We checked
we haven't
Mousy.
checked. Okay, so we will go check that.
Okay.
All right, a new day. Let's make this one count.
Alrighty.
Chocolat Emporium.
Oh, welcome back, messieurs. You finally decided to sample my fine chocolate. Your turn to ask more questions.
Just the questions today, I'm afraid. Anything who'd ask about, So the flower selling swan named Catherine Marie Singh?
No, monsieur.
What
are you thinking, Falcone?
Not sure, to be perfectly honest. She were the chocolate fiend, our investigation would have been much simpler, huh? But since she is not, something who'd ask about.
Interesting. Okay. Well, Kingsley?
Served a fisherman named Toussaint Kingsley.
He's not a fisherman, Falcone. He's a person who fishes and just happens to be a kingfisher.
My bad. I don't have time for semantic games, Barrison.
In any case, no, I have not encountered such an individual, messieurs.
Interesting.
Anything good to ask about? Huh.
What about the judge, then? The judge is sus.
The judge is kind of sus. Let's ask about the judge. Ever served a hairy wolf in judicial robes named Judge Romulus?
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, well, yes, monsieur.
All right, have you ever... Whoa. You just say yes?
Yes, monsieur, a wolf in judicial robes. I did serve a person like that a little while ago on the 6th of January, to be precise.
Did he say or do anything suspicious?
Not that I can recall, monsieur. He was a pleasant fellow, big toothy grin. Bought 200 grams of classic dark Belgian chocolate with a custom filling.
A custom filling? You wanna...
Some type of caramel. Provided it himself, although he unfortunately did not bring enough for me to sample.
What does this mean, Falcone?
Well, shouldn't make assumptions. May just mean this judge liked to eat chocolate, but if the judge's purchase is related to the rapper at the crime scene, and then... Monsieur Hagelslag, do you think I could get a copy of Judge Romulus's receipt?
I could do you one better, monsieur. I have the original right here. I keep them for tax purposes, you understand.
Is it okay for me to take that then?
Absolutely. Memorizing the receipt's contents is trivial after all.
Okay. Signed in green ink. Weird. Okay. Wait. Can dogs see green? Isn't there a color that dogs can't see?
Is there?
I feel like that's the case.
Huh.
1 box of custom-filled chocolates from the 6th of January, sold to Judge Romulus.
Would you look at this thing? Judge Romulus signed it in green ink. Green ink. I knew Judge Romulus was shady, but only truly villainous people write in green.
Thank you very much for your time, Monsieur Hagelslag. You've been enormously helpful.
Oh, I'm glad to be of service. Wish you the best of luck with your case, messieurs.
Okay.
Interesting. We have to go back to the offices.
Okay. Feeling pretty confident about this case. Big picture's coming together nicely. Somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. Still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? Suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyeux. Something wrong, Sparrowson? You've been unusually quiet.
Falcone, we need to talk.
That's pretty much all we do in this game. It is a visual novel, after all. Yo, what is up?
See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know.
Oh, whoa.
Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence.
And what evidence would that be, buddy?
Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died. And we know that he died of poisoning.
Yep.
But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause.
That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Corio will certainly bring it up.
So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison.
Well, alright, but that's just silly, because that'd be like eating a glass bottle with poison in it. Who would do such a thing? Well, I mean, that could work, but that'd be incredibly foolish. You weren't thinking of eating the wrapper, were you, Sparrowson?
Maybe.
Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not gonna let you be potentially kill yourself like that.
I knew you'd say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago.
Sparrowson? Sparrowson! We could have just gone to a lab or something. There was no need. There was literally no need to do this.
I love the pointy doctor.
Ugh, Doctor, Sparrowson okay?
Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed.
Oh, thank God.
How did you say this happened again?
Long story, lure and occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this?
I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment.
That's good to hear. Thank you, Doctor. I'll take good care of him.
Wait a moment. There is the matter of the bill.
I'll discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down.
I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands.
As long as it ain't more than 40 francs, I'm sure I can handle it. Ugh, this is terrible. What the hell is Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this.
I've finally found you.
Someone say something.
Running around like a headless chicken, you're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen.
Wait, hold on. Who's speaking? Can't see him. Monsieur, step forward.
All right, I'll step forward, but it will be the last thing you'll ever see.
Ow.
Au revoir, J.J. Falcon.
Huh? What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. Focusing out to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Oh, God, did it work? Oh. Dame Caroline.
I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice and acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up.
I made no mistakes. I did my duty as a lawyer.
Your duty put an innocent man on death row, Monsieur Falcon. I hope you're proud of that.
That wasn't my fault. Wait, where are you going? Oh, hold on. On my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Caroline.
Was it my fault? Is that the excuse you make after all your failures?
I'm not making excuses.
Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself.
Oh, don't call me JJ.
That all you have to say? How pathetic. Don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow.
My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Come to berate me as well.
What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up.
What? What's happening? It's court day. We gotta make it to court. Ugh. You want to be too solid for this scene?
Sure. Come on, monsieur. Wake up. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I'd have to find a doctor or a mortician.
Oh, burn with human hands. Burn with human hands. Oh, my head. Where the fuck am I?
The Pont des Arts, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the Seine. Nearly broke my rod doing it.
Oh.
Wait. I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Giro Falco or something.
Wait, whoa, what time is it? Actually, hey, what day is it?
You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January, around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning.
Oh my God, they didn't take my wallet. 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh, shit, the trial. Should have been at the court d'assises 10 minutes ago.
Well, you're running late, but take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding.
Maybe if I sprint it.
In your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes.
No time.
Wait, monsieur, at least take this before you go.
What is this, a dip pen? Oh, wait, no, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle, gold nib. This is very fanciful. Thank you, monsieur, but this ain't mine.
Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you.
I was holding this. I suppose it must be mine.
It definitely writes in green ink and belongs to the judge.
Contains green ink. Yep. Thank you, fisherman. I owe you one.
Hey, don't call me a fisherman. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present?
Such fun professionalism.
If there is no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king.
Your Honor, can I have a word?
Fine, but make it quick.
I'm a firm believer trial must be orderly and punctual. There's no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying, but it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. It should be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served.
You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed.
Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict.
Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute.
Nope, my job description is to prosecute, but I'm here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not the spirit of justice.
That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury.
Oh, you're gonna want to get someone to clean that up. I'm sorry, buddy. The defense is present. Your Honor.
You're too late, Falcone.
Undo, JJ. You look like a total mess. You take a morning swim in the Seine or something?
Actually, that's not something like that, actually.
Your Honor, we're all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice.
Rules are rules, Prosecutor. Falcone clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court.
Your Honor. Hold on, Honor. Oh, there. Okay, I think that's the last one. I think it's empty now. Don't think there's anything left. Oh, God. Okay, poison's working its way out.
Your Honor.
Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you, and I shall have you both disbarred.
Hey, buddy, you think of what I'm thinking?
It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium.
The King of France, he's here.
Do you want to be Louis Philippe?
Perhaps. Let me think of a voice. Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see. You know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late and, oh, pish-posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right?
That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objection with the king testifying.
Oh, what? Oh, hold on. I'm just using paper towel. Nope, no objections here. Just going at it with the trial. That's good. Let's do it.
Surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor?
Fine. Proceed with this cursed trial.
All right, excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder?
My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time.
I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps your arrival at the Louvre.
All right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle du Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grande Galerie, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, And, well, I think you know the rest.
Right, indeed we do, your majesty. Madams and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. This is no ordinary testimony. It is the testimony perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France.
Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I?
I got no doubt about that, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination.
How dare you doubt your king, the utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material.
All right, what do we got here? The Louvre South entrance. Is that the...
Yeah, that all tracks. It's gonna be the Prince of Spain, is the point, right? Because he ain't the Prince of Spain.
The Grande Galerie. Yep. Pass through the Salle du Tibre with little fanfare. With little fanfare? Isn't that where the chocolate bar was eaten? Like, don't we want to know more about that?
Yeah, but that's not a... We're not contradicting anything he's saying, right? He came through the south entrance and went through there.
Yeah, but
right?
we're all... Okay.
I really bet it's the Prince of Spain.
Okay. Majesty, you were presented with the rose by the Prince of Spain.
Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me senor.
Is this only going to get our client more trouble?
He wasn't the Prince of Spain.
Majesty, prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves because I have a revelation that'll turn this trial on its head. Juan Carrito is not the Prince of Spain.
That is not a revelation, Falcone.
Isn't it?
Of course not. We all know the current ruler is Queen Regnant Isabella II, and she has no children. The Carritos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed.
His name isn't even Juan.
But his name isn't even Juan Carrito. I don't even think the fox is Spanish.
So what?
So what? That's important.
JJ, what's important is that the man is accused of committing murder and conspiring to kill the king. That's what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be named Juan Carrito or Bob Struney for all I care. Doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th.
I suppose that's true. You have another question about Prince Juan.
Interesting. So I was wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen, but...
Yeah, so I think you're right that we should ask about the Salle du Tibre. Because I don't think we have another question about Prince Juan.
Never mind. No more question about Prince Juan. Let's go to the... Majesty, say you passed through the Salle du Tibre uneventfully.
Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grande Galerie.
Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle du Tibre?
What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly.
And aside from the Roman artifacts, for example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage?
You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified he passed through without anything of interest.
I want to elaborate.
I reasonably believe this is a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what he and who he saw.
I suppose you'll have to proceed, your majesty.
All right, let me think. So there was this giant doorstop, and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf.
What?
Did I say something startling, prosecutor?
No, please continue, majesty.
I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel during the previous trial session.
Well, that's debatable.
To cut a long story short, your majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you please describe her?
Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan. Probably in her late teens or early 20s.
A young, sorry-looking swan. You say? I don't suppose her name was...
Mademoiselle Signe.
Mademoiselle Signe.
Signe. That sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Signe.
Ah, see, this is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Signe gave us chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died.
Now just 1 minute. See what you're alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting the gifted chocolates killed the major. That line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial.
Circumstantial my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates.
Right? Yep, that much is no longer in dispute. Still have not proved the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume the swan was merely offering a gift rather than speculating that she is a murderer.
Yes, yes. Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor, innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why, I ought to end this trial.
Hold on. I do have evidence the chocolate was in fact poisoned.
Right? I don't believe you, JJ. You had a piece of evidence that's significant. You would have slammed it down already. Present it.
Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence.
Right? Why am I not surprised?
The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet?
Right? Well, Your Majesty appears the defense just had a realization of his own that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with the argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end.
Not done yet.
Not done yet. Let me present my damn evidence. You see, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office and Sparrowson ate it.
Right? Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. Results of whatever crackpot scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor.
About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well, I'm pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, Sparrowson, you alright?
Yep, doctor said I had an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on that poisoned chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, see? It's too late. The trial is over.
Right? Can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it.
Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges.
Right? Told you, Your Honor. My job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It's to ensure that justice is served.
I swear you are the worst prosecutor in all of France.
Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear.
This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monk's hood, aka wolf's bane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially containing the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falray.
Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered.
Awesome. Wait, did you say the king is here?
You can get his autograph later.
Right. So, what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something?
Right? To be honest, I see a little to cross-examine.
Do your damned job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds.
Right, Your Honor. He has a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I feel that would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that.
Gah. So then, what the hell do we do now?
Right, we do nothing, Your Honor. The poison wrapper was introduced an element of doubt into the case. Prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous.
Tenuous.
A step above circumstantial. You've proven a link, a not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond a doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. Still making far too many assumptions. Where's the empiricism required by any good court or law? Where are the witnesses who back up your claims?
Oh,
I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Hello. You.
Sparrowson, it is great to see you on your feet and you have been an enormous asset to this case, but what the fuck are you trying to pull off right now?
Surprise witness.
Surprise witness?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses. So I thought we'd beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signe, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's character.
You are putting me in a very difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Singh is a possible suspect for this case.
What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify.
You want to testify? Do you understand what you are agreeing to?
I do. I have accepted my fate.
Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Singh as a witness?
No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Singh. Prosecuting is my job.
Of course.
I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Good. Very good.
Please state your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Catherine Marie Signe, and I am a flower seller.
Mademoiselle Singh, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January.
Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle du Tibre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused. But a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right. I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire.
And why did you do that, mademoiselle?
Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before. And people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something.
Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely.
No, monsieur, I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So, shall we wrap this court session up? Haven't finished the examination.
No, not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor.
Further questions to what end? You've already proved your client's innocence.
I wish to uncover the truth.
You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan. And you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence.
Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance, and I wish to question her further.
Something of huge importance.
I won't allow it.
Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness?
You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You are doing my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Is it going to be the tickets, her parents?
So there are... Yeah, the tickets are what I'm thinking.
Yep.
The other thing I'm thinking is the chocolate receipt, since that shows that the chocolates were custom filled. But we haven't proven that it's related to the judge yet, so I think this is the only thing we can prove that'll...
Yeah.
Please take a look at these, mademoiselle.
Train ticket stubs.
Please look at the names.
Papa and Mama. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe?
They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox.
Then that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely.
Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle.
What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me. A man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold, but I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering.
Indeed. I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although, admittedly, that's the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrications born of desperation.
I've never been more honest, monsieur.
Listen, Mademoiselle Singh, I'd like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story?
Proof?
You say the judge lent you money. You both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof.
The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. The mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcone, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Singh?
Link, of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that Mademoiselle's story is true. I'd say with certainly Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Singh in the past. I know this because at this very moment I'm holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Linking Judge Romulus to the crime scene, that can only be the chocolate receipt.
Yep.
I think you should look at this, Severin.
Me? You don't trust it in the judge's hands?
What is that? What does that piece of paper say?
There's a receipt for a box of chocolates from Lander Hagelschlock's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January made out to a man named Romulus.
The writing on the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been the same brand of flavor as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest the judge had something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the Mademoiselle's updated testimony,
that would imply the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt.
Judge Romulus, do you have anything to say about this?
Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years.
You cannot be serious. The receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase.
Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed the receipt.
This is absurd. You want me to dig up court documents with your signature on it so we can undertake a handwriting analysis?
That would be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents.
That would be correct.
Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof the signature on the receipt it belongs to Judge Romulus.
The pen.
But how do we know that that's his?
And yet.
Oh, but first things first. I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, that's mine. Thanks, I've been looking for that thing everywhere.
What a fucking gambit. I thought as much. Mademoiselles and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside Salpêtrière Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the Seine.
Oh, so that's why you smell of fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude.
This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed.
Did I say this pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see I must have been mistaken.
Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color.
And as we all know, only baddies write in green.
Well, yes, but more importantly, it is a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are ignorant enough to write in green. Arrogant enough. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus.
So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. What of it?
Take another look at the chocolate receipt, Severin. That receipt was signed with emerald green ink.
It certainly is quite a coincidence.
No, there's no room for more coincidence. There is no more doubt. There's only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with custom filling. Custom filling contained poison originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle Singh, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged that debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. And then an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as the murderer in order to take the fall in Mademoiselle Singh's stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley, and when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle Singh to take full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it.
Fine, I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered. But there is not a damn thing any of you can do about it. I am the one who holds the gavel. I am the one who passes the sentences. With a snap of my fingers, I could have each and every one of you guillotined at the Place d'Austerlitz before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody. Not even God can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the cour d'assises. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. He doesn't, I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty. You'll see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and government will fall. The bourgeois will be slaughtered. We shall have a glorious second republic, a republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me. Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector.
Well, that was mighty ominous.
What happens now? Guess I'm supposed to take over the president judge's duties. Well, given the surprising series of revelations that just took place, we believe that the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Querido, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty.
Woo!
Yay!
Woo! Yeah!
What happens to me now?
Mademoiselle, it's clear you're coerced. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes.
I see. I cannot argue.
But as it happens, due process would not follow during this trial session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe most of the testimonies giving this trial session would not be seen as valid in a court of law.
What does that mean? He's saying you're free to go.
Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute.
Really? Thank you so much, monsieur. And thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna?
I think so, but you'd have to ask the Fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although now that Judge Romulus posed no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris.
Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. You need a holiday after all this drama? Well, yes, but I also want to get away from here before the fighting starts.
You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind.
It's not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you were smart, you'd clear out of here too.
Thank you for the concern, mademoiselle.
But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see. Then good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this has all blown over. Wait, mademoiselle, don't you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh, she's gone. So I guess it's just you, me, and the fox, right, Falcon?
Sounds good, Sparrowson. Take Prince Juan back to the aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin.
Okie dokie.
Suppose the congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way that you did was quite a feat.
Everything went far better than I could have hoped, but you surprised me in the end with that little lie of yours.
A lie?
This trial's testimonies are completely invalid. Bullcock. And I both know this trial has produced ample valid evidence for Mademoiselle Singh to be detained and tried. Even with the coercion accounted for, but she would still be found guilty of conspiracy or accessory to murder. So why are you holding back?
Maybe 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Mademoiselle Singh. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as a prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came my way. I thought if the guilty person ends up behind bars or on the hanging dock, the justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details.
The details.
The extenuating circumstances. The personal considerations. The gaps in the law where even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished, wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but to ensure that justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle Singh, and she would definitely be convicted. But that would not serve justice.
You're a good lawyer.
You are a good lawyer, Cocorico.
You? Well, you're not terrible, Falcone.
I must congratulate you, Senor Falcone and Senor Sparrowson. What am I doing? Still using that old accent. I, of course, meant congratulations, Monsieur Falcone and Monsieur Sparrowson.
It's no big deal. We're just doing our jobs.
No, your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that was you going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in. Oh, but before I forget, your payment.
Oh, thank you, Monsieur Vulpez. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. I'll see you out.
Wait, Monsieur Vulpez, before you go, something's been bothering me. Why'd you come to us in the first place? Surely there are much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. Oh, more reputable than the Falcon that stands before me. Yeah, Falcone's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I chose Monsieur Falcone as my lawyer for that reason alone. Huh? Really? I've never heard of another lawyer called Falcone.
Let's not go down this road, Monsieur Vulpez. I don't go by my old name for a reason.
That is fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future is where our potential lies. That's what we should be paying attention to. A storm is approaching, fast. You mean the revolution that the crooked judge mentioned? Indeed, I dare say that the wolf is right. A rebellion is coming, one way or the other. Listen, Monsieur Falcone, you'll probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up the dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office at any time.
Dig up the dirt?
I'm a private investigator. It's what I do.
We'll bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Vulpez.
Good day, messieurs.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Seriously, Falcone?
What? I was just gonna ask if you wanted tea or coffee. I feel better about that one.
We did so good, and we were worried that we were fucking it up completely to begin with, and yet, we did so good.
Yeah, I think that was good. I wonder, is there a way to get through Act 1 while doing your job, but also securing the...
I don't know.
Also, this kind of butts up against something that's always kind of present in these lawyering games, especially with like Ace Attorney and stuff, right? Where the kind of thing they want you to think about in terms of lawyering is like, oh, it's your job to help find the truth, right? And that's kind of what the understanding Nick and Edgeworth come to over the series, over the original trilogy, is that you're doing your best job when you're working to find the truth. But that's not how it works in real life.
Yeah.
In real life, the way it works is that you have two sides doing their best to get their own client declared innocent, and operating under the assumption that the truth will inevitably side with whichever side is correct.
Depending on whether you can afford private counsel and the quality of your assigned defender, maybe two sides trying to get the same person guilty.
Exactly. So it's always like, this is like, in some ways, just wildly aspirational.
Yep.
Because also, what kind of accounting do you have for a side where like the ultimate indicator is truth? Like, how do you know the truth until you've gotten there? Like, how do you know that you're not trying to chase things down because that it's what you want to be true versus what is actually true? it's
And yet,
people have like faith that they'll know that the truth will be known when they see it again, but like it's a fascinating little conundrum. I'd say.
indeed.
Regardless, that's the end of Act 2. I believe there is one more act in this game, so we'll see you next time for Act 3, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, I guess. The Miko is going to tell you to do that in a couple of seconds here. Forgot about that?
What?
You forgot about how Hatsune Miku does our credits thing?
Oh, I totally forgot.
How did you forget about that? We have some people who I've got the comments telling us that just watch just to hear the Miku at the end. Like, they'll continue watching to the end just to hear the Miku tell them to smash the like.
That warms my heart so much.
It really does.
My one released Vocaloid track, our fucking end credits theme.
See you next time, everyone. Bye.
Peace, y'all.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.